Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I am doing something a little bit different. I've got a load of stuff out here because I've been having a bit of a faff. Anyway, the lovely my lovely bestie Rebecca from the Polished Phoenix has drawn the design at nail cards, and she asked me if I was going to take part this time, and I said, well, as long as there's none of those piddly bloody caviar beads. Anyway, she made us agree to do it before she told us what the draw of the cards were. If I'd known, oh my days, this has been such a headache. So it's farm animals, foil, light brown, and long stiletto. I can cope with the long stiletto because I do them all the time. Light brown, I've gone for these. So I've used the Temu Gaibo Fu, or it might have been Sheen. Anyway, 022. So I've used that as the base colour, which is light brown. That's what I'm saying it is anyway. You might say it's beige, but beige is a form of brown. And so when I heard the theme, basically the thought popped into my head with the brown, sheep and shit. So this is what we're doing. Right, so I've gone ahead and painted just one coat, and I've matted this nail ready because I need to stamp onto it, but I'm using some sticky stamp and polish, so it'll be fine. But I wanted a matte background, and I need to wipe off the tacky layer of these two because I'm going to put some foil on as part of the process of the cards. So yes, so I have managed to find a couple of stamping plates with the odd bloomin' farm animal on. I've got no farm animal stickers, even though I've probably got thousands of stickers. And stamping plates, I've got hundreds of those. I mean, this theme has been a challenge, but I've had a bit of a play, and I think and I've enjoyed it anyway. I enjoyed my little play, so I thought, right, I'm going to knock my camera on and just see what happens. So I'm putting on the wonderful Sparkle Supplies what do you call it? You know what I'm trying to say. Foil glue onto the nail. Actually, I'm going to give it a good coating because I'm using a cheaper foil and I want it to stick. So I'll show you the foil in a sec. So this will go in for 60 seconds. It doesn't normally need to cool down. So we'll see how we get on with that. I'm going to do some stamping. I've also pulled out some gels that I've had for ages with like sequin type of flowery things in. So I've pulled this out, so that's kind of, can you see that? That's kind of what it looks like. So I figured that would look a bit like grass. So going along the theme of cows, sheep, shit, that is shapapa if you don't like the word. So the S word, yes. So we are going to, on this nail, I am going to use a stamp of this one here, which is a cow print in my opinion. And I am going to lose everything. Right, I've got those. So I'm using She Modern Sticky Stamping Polish. It's amazing for fine line details. It is extremely hard to get hold of it in the UK, but I did manage to get some on Amazon quite a while back. So that is what I'm using today. So I'm just going to pick off those bits. Now I'm going to have to do the nail. So I'm using it on a matted nail because it's a sticky stamp and polish. in theory it is going to work. Now I just need to take off that half bit there, otherwise it's going to look crap. Okay, so I want to pop that on the nail, and you are going to stick to me matted nail. Yes, you have. Right, so I need to do that again. And yes, I haven't changed my spray back to my spray bottle yet, but I definitely am. Apologies for that noise, it is irritating. And again, I'm gonna just quickly put that on. Now I don't need all that covering, so I'm just gonna go like that. Pick it up, take off the excess again, get rid of those odd little half bits, and then I am going to try and put it on the nail. Oh, that bit's gonna hit our ears. Right, and slap it on there. Right, so that I'm gonna leave that to sit, and I'm going to put a matte coat on top of that again, but we're going to get on with this foil because I don't want it to cool down too much. So I've got this foil, so it reminds us of mud, it reminds us of farms, puddles of oil, and the proverbial S word that I'm not going to keep saying. So I'm just going to pop it on there. Now I need to cut some of this off so I can be doing the other one while I'm on. Okay. And we're going to put that one there, like that. So I'm going to get these on. Like I say, it is a cheaper foil. A Timu foil. I'm hoping I haven't left the glue too long. And then I'm going to cover one of them with a new product that I've been sent, which I still need to do the PR on, but I wanted some writing, and I thought this would be a good way to do it, and it looks kind of funky. So I'll show you that as well. And I'd actually bought some of this product from Timu, but a different brand, so I've been sent some by Born Pretty to test. So I'm using theirs today, and then I might do a bit of a tester with the other ones that I've got to see what they're like. So let's have a look. So this isn't, like I say, it depends on your file. I know it's not the glue because, no, it's bloody nails coming off now. It's not the glue because that's just amazing. Now this one I am going to cover, so I'm not too fussed. So I'm going to leave that one like that. We've got that one sitting there for now. This one is a gel. It's got like little daisies and things in it. So ideally I want the flowers and I want the green, but I don't particularly want the red. But if they're on there, I'm not going to be too angry. So it's kind of meant to be like a meadow type of vibe on the nail. So I have kind of, like I say, had a practice. This is just a thin gel. I am going to go over it with the top coat once I've done the design, so I'm not bothered about the texture on the nail as such. And I just want one more flower. Now these gels, I think I got them before I found Timu, possibly Amazon? I don't know. I shouldn't have found Temu. It's a blooming addiction. So I'm going to pop that one in the lamp and get this one back out. Right, so that is what we're looking at the moment. And this one, I need to, that nail's going to do me head in. I'll probably redo that one because it's just, right. So, what am I doing? That one, okay, we'll do this one. Right, so I've got this plate and this random cow just here. So my plan is to stamp a large cow first of all. So I'm going to take my scraper. Now I've got one of them adjustable doodahs. So there's the cow, okay? Now I'm going to pump up Bertha, big Bertha. She's quite a large cow now. And I'm going to try and pop her in the middle of the nail. But it's hard when you can't actually take the end off. So, if I get you on, oh well, that'll do. So we've got the big cow. So there we have Daddy Cow. But Daddy Cow would technically be a bull, wouldn't he? So that doesn't work. Anyway, we've got that big one. And then we want Mummy Cow. Okay, so this time I'm going to use it normal. So I'm going to unwind it and roll, and there we have the normal cow, which I can take off there because it's normal. Okay, so we'll put the normal cow down here like that. Okay, so you can see there's a slight size difference. That one's butt fits on for one. Right, and then we're going to do it again. But this time we're going to pump it up. And we are going to print it again. But this time we're going to shrink it. So we've got the cow, and I'm going to turn it down, and it shrinks the little guy. And I can take him off there now because he's shrunk. And we're going to put the little guy right up here because he's in the distance. So you can see there's a size difference there. Okay, so we've got the cows. Now we want some more cow print because I just want to put a bit on the bottom of this one, and just to go with the theme. And I'm going to try and position edge, because I just want to do around the point of the nail. So I'm going to do, how do I want to do it like that? That's not the way I wanted to do it, is it? Because the nail's not blooming long enough. Right. I'm going to do that. Oh yeah, that is right, yeah. like that, and then I'm just going to take these odd splats and position them around the outside because I can, like so, just adding a little bit of something. So there we have a cow pat with cows and nails. Cow print, should I say, not cow pat. This one, let's just move that out of the way. This one needs some. So with this new product, pork and nail gel from Born Pretty. Now this is a white, and this is the pork and base gel. So what you're supposed to do is you paint this on, and what it does, it will repel, that's a big word for a midnight, it'll repel the white, so then when I write into it, it'll spread, so it's a bit like a blooming gel, except it kind of keeps its shape that bit better. So I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. Now while that's curing, we have this matted nail, so I need some caramel MY79 cat eye from Born Pretty, and I also have Crow, which is MY49. Now if you've watched me one of my last videos where I swatched some Born Pretties, these two are from there. Now what I'm going to do is first of all take this one, and like I said, I was going to be using the cow print as a template for this. So I'm going to go over just roughly, it doesn't have to be perfect, because I mean cow prints are kind of irregular, and I'm going to just fill in a few with caramel, and then so we've got the caramel, and I'm going to activate the cat eye, and put it in the lamp, because we're going to have some shiny splats of obviously mud. Right, that one has the pork and gel on, so while that's curing that first lot of cat eye, we're going to take this white and a clean brush. I'm just going to wipe this off. Should have already done. So there's me again. I've got a turntable full of brushes and I still use one. Right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go over the top of that cured base gel. Now when I did this, I had a little bit of a practice with this, and I did the layer of the white thinner. Now as you can see, as I'm putting it on, it's starting to like push away from the sides. So that's on there now, like that. Now I'm going to take one of these little scrapery doodah things and I'm going to write in it. So I'm going to put it down. Now I need to remember how to spell. So we're going to do, and I'm going to wipe it off each time. Okay, and then we're going to do have to remember to wipe it off, that's the problem. We're going to do oink, and you can't kind of go back over it neither, so you have to, right, how does the end work? Up and down, so I need to do that bit, and then that bit. You can only do like one swipe, so you have to think really. So as you can see, it's spread out from the original design, and now it says moo and it says oink, and you can put anything behind it and it just kind of shifts. So it'll only get to a certain point, I think. It doesn't continue to spread. So that will go in the lamp and get cured. Now we'll go back to the other gel. So now they're cured, I'm going to go in with the other cat eye, which was called Crow. And the perfect colours for shiny mud or shiny cow print or shiny So now this has been a challenge. I've had to think what to do. I didn't think there would come a day with all of the stuff that I have that I would struggle to find a farm animal. You just think, you know, you've got everything, and I have got everything, but except farm animals. I've got cats and dogs, and I know cats and dogs live on farms, but a typical farm animal to me is sheep, cows, ducks, you know, those oversized guinea pigs, what they're called, capybaras or something. So that one's going to go in. Now we have that. Now it looks pretty cool white, because it's kind of like a milk splat. Now I don't know whether to leave it like that or do something else with it. I did do something else originally with it because I've tested this theory out, but I think I might just leave that as the white on this one, and then I'll show you the other nail. So that has a tacky layer, the white. So you could, what I did was put some of this mocha pigment in to a nail, and I'll show you it. So I rubbed the pigment into the white and it did that. So, and I quite like that, but I'm thinking now for this set I'm going to keep the, I've forgot my colours, the white. So we've done the white, we've got the cows, I nearly said sheep. This one, I don't like it. Anyway, we might just chuck that away. We've got this one, so it's got the matte behind, and then it's got the shiny splats. So this one will need a top coat of just a top coat on the cat eye, because I want to keep the background matte, I think, for now. So I mean, you could, I'm using top coat, but you could use gem glue, you could use all kinds of things to make these lumps stand out. They could be raised more than the top coat, but I'm just doing it like that, and I'm going to cure that in there. This one is also had time to dry, so I'm going to top coat this one. And then I've got this nail do, which I need. Stick it in as well. Put that on. Okay, so this one is going to get top coated. So I'm using Born Pretty's glass top coat. Originally I did use the pigment in this, but now I'm thinking the white makes it look like milk, and oh, that's doing me head in. Right, we're just gonna have, I'm gonna have to redo that off camera because it's gonna get on my wick. Right, this one is going to be sheep. Now I have got a sheep template, or a stencil should I say, and I'm going to do, oh, I got a tacky layer on that. Right, I need a tacky layer first, so I'm going to just do some sheep first, and again I'm going to do little and big ones because I quite like doing them. Where's me doodah? Right, so we're going to do a little one first and get you on the nail. So this set you can, this stamp you can do, you're meant to do the body and then put the rest on, but I'm planning on doing a little bit something different on the body. So now I want to do right, we'll leave it down because I want to do a bigger one. Now this is where I'm going to have to keep wiping. Needs mist. I mean, who doesn't want to sit and watch us stamp sheep over and over again? I mean, you've got to be mad not to want to watch that. Right, so we've got another sheep's. Let's take you get that arrow out. Now this one I'm going to pump up a little bit, just a little bit, not fully, but just a bit. Now put you on there. I've lifted it up. I'm going to roll it on, take them off, and then we're going to reduce it down, actually take it off, because these sheep are in the background, so they need to be smaller. I'm going to do that again, just so I can get a nice field full of them, and then take it off, and he should shrink. Oh man, right. Yeah, and then I think we want a big sheep in the middle. And roll it on first, and then stretch them out. So I'll do it as high as we can. And then pop them on. Yeah, right. Big. But let me know how you guys are, and let me know what you think of this set. Like I say, it was the designer nail cards. I do have a set of cards myself. I just never get round to using them. So that is that. Now I'm going to have to matte coat it because I'm going to put something on the sheep's bodies, and I don't want it to stick on the background of the nail. Right, so it worked that time, but I'm still not a fan of the thing. So anyway, I've stamped some of the cow image back on, and I don't mind that one now. This one is matted, so I need to take a little bit of I've got some sticky clear, which is it's an adhesive base for pigment, glitter and foil. So I'm going to put a bit of this on the palette, and it's semi-gel, so it'll cure but also give us something to work on when it comes out. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to dab it on the sheep, on the body, because I want to burnish in some pigment. So that one is going to go in for 60 seconds. This one's done. So that's the cat eyes with the matte background. We've got the cows in the field. We've got this one, which just needs a top coat. So I'm just going to give this one a top coat. Yeah, I'm going to say sometimes those cheapy foils just don't work. Take that one out now because it should be okay. So put that one in. Now this one I'm going to use, so I bought these from Amazon, I think they were Marvelous Cosmetics, so you can use them in so we've got Lunar Pearl, which I think is a little bit too bright for the sheep, and we've got Cream White, and you can use them in resin work, you can use them on nails. So we're going to use the white. I won't use the white, but it's got a sheen to it still. Now, what do I want to put it on with? I'd have used my finger, but I've got a feeling I can use my little finger. Right, so I'm just gonna rub it on the sheep because I've used a matte coat, so in theory it should only do the sheep's body. So he's a little bit 3D now because they're sticking up from the nail. But you could use chrome powder. I mean, these are like chrome powders, really. And then I need to give them a dust off because it shouldn't stick to the mat anyway. And just give them a little bit of a polish. Yeah. And there we have the little sheeps with a little furry flocks on. Fleece. I can't talk. Right. And then I'm going to should I keep it matte and just do the... No, I think I'm going to do it all because then I think that'll show up. I was going to keep the sheep matte, but I think that'll look nice anyway. well, as nice as a sheep nail can look, I suppose. And I also tried the sheep with the shiny glittery, stay my gloves, shiny glittery Marblers cosmetic stuff on there, but I think I prefer this frosted. They look a bit more sheepy, don't they? And then we've got this pork and gel, which I do like actually. I'm going to have some fun with that, especially Halloween, because it, like I say, you can change the colour of the white because it's a tacky layer, so I'll be able to like change it to red. I do have some in black. I've bought the black one of the Born Pretty as well, and I got the white sent through as PR, so it's the first time I've used it on this set, and I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's the video for today, guys. It's a bit long. That is the set for Rebecca's at the Polished Phoenix designing nail cards. I hope you've enjoyed them, guys. Please let me know what you think, and if you've enjoyed this video on my waffling, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. And thanks to everyone who already has done so. I love you all, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.